Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? I hope you are fine. Today we are going to revise all the tenses because they are very necessary for your next activities because you have to learn active voice, passive voice, narration, and for that you have to be skillful in your tenses. Again, I am requesting that whatever you want to ask, you can you can ask after 9:30. Now I'm requesting observe each and every slide very carefully and take a screenshot after the completion of the explanation of that slide. Now let's start. So tenses. Okay. So first of all, let's see what is the meaning of tenses. Okay. Tense refers to the time. Okay, when an action takes place, what is the time of the action? Okay, it indicates the definition is any of the form of verb distinguish when an action or state being occur or state. Okay, or there is one more. The property of indicating the point in time at which an action or state of being occurs or exists means tenses mention the time of the action or state. Now we can see, so there are there are three main tenses: present, past, and future. Present is the time, it's the current moment or period, the period of time. Okay, whatever we are doing now, that is present. Just like I am teaching, you you are studying, you are listening to me. Okay, you listen to me, you play, you go to school. All the things come in present tense. Then past tense. What is past? The period of time that has already happened, in, in contrast to the present or future. Okay, the action that happened, that has gone, the time has gone, so that is past. Then what is future? Okay, in future we talk about events that will happen in future. Okay, okay, that has not been occurred, so they are future. So we can divide these three tenses into more for four types that are simple or indefinite, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. Okay, so we can say there are 12 tenses. So they are simple present or present indefinite, then simple past or past indefinite, then simple future or future indefinite, and then present continuous tense, then past continuous tense, then future continuous tense, and present perfect tense. Okay, past perfect tense, future perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense, then past perfect continuous tense, future perfect continuous tense. Now let's discuss each of the tense one by one. Now let's start. The first tense is simple present tense. So let's see where we use simple present tense. Okay, so simple present tense used to express general truth. Just like sun rises in the east, honey is sweet. Okay, so the second use is used to express habits and routine. Just like I drink coffee every morning. Children often play games after school. Okay, so these are the habits and routines. Then one more use. used to express facts, just like Aisha works as a teacher. This is a fact. I teach you. This is a fact. Okay. Now, what is the formation? How we construct a sentence in simple present tense. That is, we use subject plus verb. Base form means first form of the verb. Okay, you can see sun rises in the east. Honey is sweet. There's no auxiliary or helping verb. So, you know, in the simple sentences, we do not use, in simple present tense, we do not use auxiliary verbs. But when we change into negative, we have to use auxiliary verb or helping verb. So we have to use do when we don't use s or es, and we have to use does when we have to use s or es. So let's see where we have to use s or es or where we don't have to. So with the pronouns I, you, we, they. Okay, we don't have to use any. We just have to use simple first form of the verb, and with he, she, or it. Okay, or singular names. Okay, we have to use s or es with the first form of the verb, just like here with I, you, we, they, we use verb, or जैसे I work, or he, she, it, she works. Just like you live, but she lives. They play, it plays. They, we go, he goes. I eat, it eats. They drink, or he drinks. Okay, you see the difference. So let's change the sentences, the example sentences in negative and interrogative. The sun rises in the east. So change with me into negative. The sun does not rise in the east. After using es in do means does, we don't have to use s or es in the negative or interrogative sentences. Or how we are going to make interrogative? Does the sun rise in the east? Okay, we don't have to use s or es when we use does. Then honey is sweet. You know, is means is the main verb, means to be. Okay, means being. So when we use s, so this is exceptional case. So that's why we don't have to use do or does. We just use not. Honey is not sweet. I hope you are understanding, and you know this is just a revision. You know these tenses very well. Now, okay, then simple past tense. Okay, so what are the uses of simple past tense? Let's see. Used to express completed actions in the past. Okay, those actions completed in the past, that like you completed the homework. Okay, I played soccer with my friends last Saturday, means that happened in the past. I was ill yesterday. This is also just like exceptional case, was and were also we can use in simple past tense, and was is the main verb here. Okay, just like is MR, it is also exceptional case. Now there is one more use, and we receive a package. We received a package this morning. Okay, this is one more example. Then used to express, one more use is used to express a series of actions. Just like she studied linguistics while she was in Australia. So there is a series of actions. One action is she studied, and the other action is she was in Australia. So there are two actions. So simple past tense can express two or more than two actions together. Now, okay, what is the formation? So for formation, we use subject plus past tense of the verb, means second form of the verb. Okay, And you know there is no auxiliary in the simple sentences, so we have to use did. Okay, so let's change into negative and interrogative some of the sentences that we have used. Just like I played soccer with my friends last Saturday. Means I did not play. Okay, when we use did, so there did shows that this is past tense. So we do not have to use second form, I mean past tense in the sentence if we change into negative or interrogative. So we will say I, I did not play soccer with my friends last Saturday. Or for interrogative, we can say, did I play soccer with my friend last Saturday? Or the second sentence, I was ill yesterday. So this is exceptional case, irregular case. So I was not ill yesterday. Okay, and we received a package this morning. So we did not receive a package this morning. Or interrogative, did we receive the package this morning? Okay, practice a lot for doing this. She studied linguistics while she was in Australia. No, she did not study. Instead of studied, you have to use study linguistics while she was in Australia. Okay, actually students, there are two type of verbs. One is regular verbs and the other one is irregular verbs. Okay, regular verbs are those when we change into negative, into second form or third form, we just use et, d or ed or. But when the verbs are irregular, we change the complete word. Just like first form is give. You can see here. The second form is give. A word has been changed, and the third form, I mean the past participle is given. This just like build. The second or the past tense is build, and the third form or the past participle is build. Then come is the first form. The second form, I mean the past tense is came, and the past participle come again. Then it is the first form, I mean present tense, or second second form is at, I mean past tense, and third form is eating, I mean past participle. Then go, went, the second form, and the gone is participle means third form. Okay, I hope you have understood. And the third tense is the simple future tense. Okay, the first use is used to express instant decisions, offers or promises. Okay, just like, may I take your order? The example is, may I take your order? Yes, I will have the burger. Please. This is instant decision. Okay, just for a moment he thought and answered. Now the second example is the phone is ringing. I will get it. Okay, this is also instant decision. Okay, quickly he or she took the decision to took the phone to take the phone. So this is instant decision. I will get. Then the next example is the these files are very heavy. So I will help you with them. This is offer. Okay, I will help you with them. Okay, then one more example is, it's hard to get a cab at this hour. I will give you a ride home. So this is offer as well. Okay, I hope you have understood. The formation is, you have to use subject and will or shall. I haven't written shall, but with I and we you can use shall as well. Plus base form of the verb means first form of the verb means present tense of the verb. Okay, now let's the present continuous tense. Okay, So what are the uses? Number one, the use to express an action going on at the time of speaking, just like I am teaching you. Okay, so here the examples are she is singing, and right now when it is spoken, she must be singing. She is singing. I am writing a report. Then there is one more use. Used to express an action which is not going on at the time of speaking. For example, she is writing a children's book. I hope you have understood that if this time, every time she is not writing a book, means continuously she is writing a book, and but at the time of speaking, she is not writing the book. So then Maria is learning French. Somewhere, sometimes in the evening or in the morning, she is learning French. But at the time of speaking, she is not learning. But we will express it in the present continuous tense. Then, okay, the formation is subject plus is MR depending on the subject. Whatever the subject is, we use is M or R depending. Okay, plus verb, ing form of the verb is present participle. Then there's one more used to express future actions. For example, the ship is sailing next week. Okay, although this is future action, okay, the ship will sail next. Okay, the ship will go next week, but we can use in present continuous tense. Then there is one more example. He is going to Japan next year. Okay, this is we are talking about next year. Even then, we can use present continuous tense. Now, let's see. Okay, so with so the, this is the use of auxiliary verb. What auxiliary verb or helping verb we use? With I we use am. Okay, with he, she, it we use is. With you, we and they we use are. And if it is a name, single name, so we have to use is. And if it is plural name, so we have to use are. So now let's go to next slide. The past continuous tense. Okay, the use of past continuous tense is it represents an action as going on at some time in past time. Okay, okay. I was having dinner when the door bell rang. Okay, so I was having dinner. So this is past continuous tense. I was. It was raining when Sadia left for work. Okay, so it represents an action as going on some point in past time. Okay, beta, this is past, P-A-S-T, past time. Okay, the power went out while the children were studying. Okay, this is one more example. The power went out when the children were playing. Okay, both action performed in the past tense. The formation is subject plus was or were or plus present participle means ing form of the verb. Okay, so the auxiliary verb and helping verbs are with I, he, she, it we use was. Okay, and with you, we, they and were we use, sorry, with you, we and they we use were. And if it is a singular name, so we use was, and it is if they are plural names, so we use were. Okay. Now the future continuous tense. The use is it is used for an ongoing action in future. Means an action or verb will be going on in future. Now, I will be driving to Islamabad. At some point of time, I will be driving to Islamabad. Okay, in future, I Okay, an action will be going on. I will be working until late. Okay, so next use is okay, formation. Subject, this you have to use subject plus will be plus present participle means ing form of the verb. Okay, I hope you have understood. The next is present perfect tense. The use is okay, it denotes means shows an action completed at the time of speaking. I okay, so it shows an action completed at the time of speaking. Just like you say, Miss, I have completed my work. So the examples are I have written my exercise. He has solved the sum. The next use is use instead of a past tense to represent a past action as continuing to the present. Just like we can use, although we use present perfect tense for completion of work, but for fast and action also we can use present perfect tense. Just like we have lived here 10 years means it was a past time when they lived in some house for 10 years, but we can use in past tense we lived here for 10 years. Then one more example, Kashif has visited France 4 times. Okay, means in past Kashif has gone to France 4 times. Okay, so this is past action, but we can use in present perfect tense as well. Formation is subject plus has or have. Okay, depending on the subject plus verb past participle means third form of the verb. So let's see where we have to use has or have. With I, you, we or they, we have to use have. And then with he, she or it, we have to use has. And with singular nouns, we have to use have. And with plural nouns, we have to use have. Now then, past perfect tense. Okay, the uses of past perfect is the action, the first action expressed in past perfect tense when there are two or more past actions. Okay, when in the past there are two or more actions. So first action we express, we tell in the past perfect tense. See, so let's see the examples. When we got to the theater, the movie had started. So two actions took place. One was got to theater, the other was movie had started. So what was the first action? It was movie had started. So we have to write the first action into past perfect tense. I hope you have understood. Then this is just revision. Okay, you know very well. Now we are just revising. I was sick because I had eaten too much the previous night. Okay, what happened first? Okay, I had eaten too much the previous night, so that's why I was sick. Second action was being sick. Then I had written the letter before he arrived. Okay, what happened first? I had completed the letter before he arrived. Okay, the formation is subject plus had plus verb past participle means third form of the verb. Okay, then future perfect tense. The use is it denotes, shows an action that will be completed at some point in the future time. Okay, the action has not completed yet. It will be completed some point in future. By August, Kashif will have saved rupees 6,000. Okay, by August, Kashif will have saved. Then right now he's not has not saved, but by August, Kashif will have saved rupees 6,000. Then by next year, he will have forgotten everything he learned in the class. Okay, what you do? By next year, he will have forgotten everything he learned in the class. Then the third example is I will have written my essay by evening. Okay, by evening I will have finished, I will have written my essay. Okay, the formation is subject plus will have plus verb. Past participle means third form of the verb. I hope you have understood. Okay, then the present perfect continuous tense. Okay, it shows an action that started in the past and is still continuing. Okay, it shows an action that started in the past but is still continuing. I have been waiting to see the doctor for 2 hours. Okay, he has been playing tennis since he was a child. She has been learning English for 2 years. It has been raining since morning. Although the meaning of the tense is just like present continuous tense, but there is a difference of time. Okay? When we mention time, so we have to use the present perfect continuous tense when we have to mention time. Just like if we say, first example, see the first example. I have been waiting to see the doctor for 2 years. The difference is for 2 years. If I say I am waiting to see the doctor for 2 years, so it will be wrong. So for men, if we want to mention the time, then we have to use present perfect continuous tense. Okay, then okay, the next tense is okay, the formation is subject plus has, have or has plus been plus verb. The present participle means ing form of the verb. Then past perfect continuous tense. It is just like present perfect continuous tense. Expresses duration of a single action up to the past time. Okay, just like okay, in this tense also we have to mention time. She had been waiting for 2 hours. Okay? This is the difference is only the past and present. That was present and this is past. She had been waiting for 2 hours. If I had said she was waiting for 2 hours, so it will be wrong. Okay? They had been planning for a long time. Okay? The ground was wet because it had been raining. The formation is subject plus had been plus verb present participle means ing form of the verb. The next tense is the future perfect continuous tense. So in this tense, this tense denotes an action that will be going on in the future. We have to use this is the same with duration. If we have to use, otherwise it will be just like future continuous tense. If we want to use duration, if we want to use time, so that's why we will use this tense. By August, Ali will have been saving money for 6 months. Okay, Arthur will have been writing the letter since evening. Okay, so again, just like present perfect continuous, we have to use time. Formation is subject plus will have been plus verb, present participle of the verb. Okay, now there is a a summary of the tenses. Let's see all the tenses and one example and negative and interrogative. Okay, just like simple present tense. I have a car. What will be the negative? I don't have a car. And what will be the interrogative? Do I have a car? Okay. Then present continuous. You are playing football. Negative will be you are not playing football now. And interrogative will be are you playing football now? Then present perfect. Okay, present perfect. They have been there. Okay. Then they have not been there means they have not gone there. Or interrogative is have they been there. The present perfect continuous. I have been living there. Then I have been live. I haven't been living there. Then have they been living there? Then simple past. I lived in London. I did not live in London. Did I live in London? Past. Then past continuous. I was playing. Negative is I was not playing. Or was I playing? Interrogative. Then past perfect tense. I had worked. Then he had. Negative is he had not worked. Then interrogative is had he worked. Then past perfect continuous. Okay, I had been watching. Then I had not been watching. Had I been watching? Fu- Future simple means simple future. I will come. Negative is I will not come. And interrogative will I come in. Then future continuous is I will be playing basketball. Then I won't be means I will not be playing basketball. Interrogative I will be playing basketball. The future perfect is he will have finished and he will not have finished. Will he have finished? Okay, the future perfect, he continuous. Okay, the future perfect continuous is we will have been starting. Negative is we will not have been starting. And the interrogative is will we have been starting. So this is all the summary of the tenses. Now note down, take the screenshot of your homework. The homework is identify the tense in the given sentences and write them in front of each sentence. Ident- okay, now you just have to write the name of the tense. Okay. Okay, beta. So this is the end of teaching. I hope you have understood all the tenses.